for the past 1.5 years, we have been every single week and gathering the community, because we believe that coming together is most important. We believe that being updated when you move into a new week is most important, and it's important to have all the latest information, all the latest news, and everything that you need to move into the new week with power and with certainty and with understanding of the developments and what is happening in the market, in the company, in the team, in the leadership, and everything surrounding everything that we're doing here in this platform. So we have a lot of information today. Of course, there's been a lot of developments on the company side. And as usual, we're always talking about how these developments is something that is taking us closer and closer to the perfect harmony between what the company needs to do to be able to follow the regulatory framework that is being implemented in the crypto world, together with, of course, making sure that the networkers are happy. We are an interesting breed of networkers. Sometimes we need everything on a silver platter, and that's how we need to get it done, to be able for everyone to run properly and build a community, because the networkers are the one that brings the community. We are the ones who builds this platform, and we bring more and more people to what it is that we are trying to achieve with the Ultima platform. And then, of course, the people we bring need to be happy, not only the company, not only the networkers, not only does they need to be happy, but the customers, the community in itself. There has to be a product that suits the community. And this is a chemistry that has to be done with the right amount in every pot. And this is something that Alex is working towards, and step by step, through experience, through success and failure, we have been able to get closer and closer and closer to that perfect harmony. And we are excited because we are now accelerating these developments, knowing that a bull market is starting next year, knowing that we are moving into a crypto bull market. And knowing this, we understand that this is the best time ever for all of us in this industry to build a community, to thrive, to be a part of growing projects like this, and especially project that is adjusted towards actually being a part of the next bull market, to benefit from the next bull market, and etc. Now, for those people here on the recording, I just mentioned that I'm not going to have my camera on here today because I've been a little bit of a fever, but we're here energized, and I've been waiting for this call and I didn't want to miss it, and I'm here. But you got my amazing picture to look at, and then we're going to bring on some other speakers as well that will come on and that will share more and more information. We got Danish, we got Navid, and we also got Dennis Luz coming on today, who will share even more information. So I will start today's agenda by sharing the latest news and updates, and then we're going to bring in Danish and Navid to talk a little bit about, what it is like to lead in these times, what it is like to lead into a bull market, and how it is that we should think and operate in these times, knowing that we have done this before and we've seen what's happening, and we are excited for a reason, and we want to share that with you and highlight those reasons with everyone that is here today. Now, before we jump into any form of training, it's important that we go into, of course, the information, and knowing that the past few weeks we have been discussing and talking and sharing that, yes, we understand that there's fast changes, developments, and we are looking at one thing leading to another development and another development. And some people are saying, wow, this is great. I never seen a company taking action so fast on what has to be done. Another group says, it's too much for me to handle. I just got to learn about this one, and now we got something else. Now, both are valid points, and we want to, of course, make sure that everyone is understanding and understands what it is like to be a part of a fast-growing crypto company in a fast-growing industry like cryptocurrency. We are right now in the fastest growing industry in the world. We are right now in the fastest growing company in that industry. And this is something that requires a community that understands what is happening and what is being done behind the scenes. So a lot of times when there is developments happening, we as networkers do not understand it, and then we go into some form of maybe frustration. But then in the end, what happens? We understand in hindsight, and we say, oh, I understand now why this had to be done. So what me, Danish, and Navid has done is that we know that the company and the team of 1,000 employees, 7-year experience, billions in turnover, they know what has to be done, and they're going to keep making sure that we get to that harmony. Meanwhile, we are here dedicated as leaders doing our job, which is raising the leadership, building stronger teams, inviting more people to take part of what we're doing here. And through that journey, we are doing our job while the company is doing theirs. And again, no one is going to say that there's going to be easy path. If someone invited you to this path of crypto and being a part of an emerging market in a company that is disrupting many industries, and we believe this is going to be an easy path, I'm sorry, nothing comes easy. But the reason we are here is because it is possible. We're not here because it's easy. If it was easy, everyone would be here. But because it's possible, we believe, and we have a vision. We know that when we come together, like-minded people with a strong vision, with a goal and target, and we work towards that, I have seen magic happen on this earth when people come together. And I believe this platform, with the community we have here, with the vision that has been remaining and not changed for 7 years, is able to come into life as we are progressing throughout the coming years in this company. Now, that is something important as well, because when the biggest and the richest and the most successful people on earth, when they are sharing how to set goals and how to set visions, it's always about set your vision extremely big. And then sometimes the path towards the vision has to change and adjust, because we are in a fast changing world. And that is exactly what has happened here. From day one, this company had a vision of 100 million users and becoming the biggest crypto ecosystem in the world. That vision has not changed at all. That vision has remained. The path to get there had to change and had to develop. Otherwise, this company would be far gone many years ago. It would be gone already after the last bull market. It would be gone already when regulations kicked in if they didn't adjust. It would have been gone already when these challenges have happened in the crypto market the past many years. Now, there's a reason this company has continuously been here to develop, and it's because of that ability to adjust. And if there's anything that I have learned in my many years of entrepreneurship and studying the greatest of the greatest, is that in these times, the people and the companies that are able to actually survive, to grow, and to expand are the companies, people, and individuals who's able to adjust. Because we are not moving into a world that is going to change slower and slower. With artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, and other things with big data that has been applied to all of this, we are going to see more changes in the coming 5 years than we have probably experienced in the past 20, 30 years in combination. Now, the question we have to ask ourselves is, what do we want to do with this? Do we want to get overwhelmed when there's developments and changes? Or do we want to go with the flow and know that this is also the greatest opportunity ever? Because with big changes, and you are focused, understanding, and you are actually applying the knowledge required to understand these developments in the world, then you are ahead of the rest of the world. And our ambition in this leadership is to help people be ahead of the crowd. Our ambition is to help people grow as leaders. And our ambition is to help people to be perfectly positioned in the bull market, which is the first step towards this final, or this financial freedom and independence that is going to allow us to take further steps after that. You know, we will talk about a lot now until the bull market, but just know that what happens after the bull market for the people who has been following the right decisions through the bull market is financial independence. Now, I'm not going to give any guarantees or financial advice here today, but what I'm telling you, if everything works out according to plan, we're going to have a strong community of financially independent people, and just visualize what that community can do and how big change of the world we can have when we all can bring our inner gifts and ideas to the world. That is something incredible, and that is something that drives us on a very strong level. Now, with that in mind, it's very important that we understand the development in Ultima. And we are feeling that one step at a time, we are moving towards better developments. We're moving towards a stronger system with better token, with better solutions and a better harmony. We have gone through the way of actually having farming and knowing what farming is. We have gone through what it's like to remove the farming, and everyone said, we lost it. We didn't want it. We want it back. We want it back. We have gone through moving into cashback only and how that was great for the customers, but the networkers were complaining a little bit. And then we have gone back and we have found the perfect harmony, and that harmony is formalizing right now. Now, the latest development within this harmony is to take further developments towards creating, of course, the ecosystem of Ultima in a balanced way. Now, one big news is that the token supply for Ultima initially, the maximum supply, were 1 million Ultima tokens. Now, that has been reduced to 100,000. So there's been a reduction or a plan of reduction. And this is not something that's changing the blockchain. It's mainly just that the farms is going to be only sold to reach maximum 100,000 Ultima tokens. And then there's not going to be more. That means that the predicted total supply of Ultima tokens has just been cut by 90%. And knowing that we have not even reached our initial supply of 20,000, right now is only a few thousand on the market. It's a small supply, and there is room to grow that supply, knowing that soon the platforms are launching, knowing that soon we're going to have, of course, not only the cashback system, but the debit card, the exchange, the travel platform, the auction platform, and more that is predicted to come in the coming months, which drives demand. Now, on this journey, what is being visualized is that as the community is growing, which is now 2.8 million people, with a small supply that is continuously being burnt and frozen, and there's going to be a lot of developments going forward, focusing on the burning and the freezing of the Ultima token. This is of course, the steps towards getting the price to a goal, a dream of $100,000 per Ultima token. This is what the company is targeting. To get there, we need 100 million users. And it might sound a lot right now, but knowing when the bull market comes and we got billions moving into crypto, this number is going to be very, very small. So this is the preparations towards the bull market, towards the ecosystem being ready. And the more people we have until then, the more action we can see when the bull market actually arrives, and we can ride that wave, not only as a company, but as a community and as a token in this industry. Now, as you know right now, the fastest way to get Ultima tokens and be able to use them within the infrastructure is through getting the farm, is when you load your farm and you produce new tokens. And this is something that is right now available, and we can see in the groups that every single week we have a reduction of minting speed, farming speed, and this is dropping every single week by 10%, and end of the month it's 20%. At the same time, the price of the token is increasing, the farm size is decreasing, and this is something that is going to allow, of course, the token production to not surpass the Ultima maximum supply of 100,000 Ultima tokens. Now, the farming is over 5 years, and we're seeing how we are getting access to our tokens on a passive basis over 5 years. But what is exciting? What is exciting with our tokens? You see, one thing is to see it on the exchanges to $100,000. All the crypto interested people knows that to get to this level is possible. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to require an ecosystem in place. It's going to require a growing community, and it's going to require that they're going to be the right timing in the crypto market. You can not really create your own bull market. It kind of comes in natural movement with the rest of the bull market. I'm quite surprised that this company, though, has already created a bull market in a bear market, reaching $100,000 on previous coins whenever there was a bear market. But imagine doing it when there is a unified bull market in the whole market. Of course, through farming, it drives liquidity initially, but of course, long-term farming is producing tokens and is not providing liquidity, even though initially it does. It provides initial liquidity because you need to buy the token to farm the token. Then we have the vouchers, which is creating the bridge into the real world, and other products such as the debit card. And we got the exchange, the travel, and other platform that's going to drive the demand. And this is the year where Alex believes that most of the platforms is going to be live. And if we're looking at the timing of this, knowing that next year the bull market might start, then we believe it couldn't have been a better timing to get things done at this year. And knowing that everything is getting closer and closer to this makes us really excited. Now, one of the big news Alex shared is that he understands that everyone is excited when the price is growing and people get worried when the price goes down. And unfortunately, a lot of people in the crypto community does not have the patience and knowledge, and a lot of fear is kicking in, and it's affecting the community a lot. You know, when the price goes double the price, people are flying, people are talking to everyone, people are working like they've never seen a tomorrow. And there's going to be a crazy momentum, but the second it drops a little bit, boom, everyone stops. And this consistency is not good to build a community to the goal before the bull market. And to find a balance, Alex has implemented a strategy which allows the token to freely trade on the exchanges at any price. So, but how to remove the fear when the price would reduce, which it always will, because it's an asset on the market, speculative. Sometimes people sell, sometimes people buy. That happens to all assets. Now, to remove the fear if the price is reducing, Alex has locked that one ultima price to 10,000 ultima points. This means that even if the price of ultima is 5,000, you can go ahead and in the ecosystem exchange them for ultima points. What can you do with ultima points? Yeah, you can, of course, exchange them to vouchers, which means you can load your debit card. You can use them in the travel platform. You can use them in the auction platform. You can use them to load your debit card, or use them to, of course, get deposits into your exchanges with the vouchers. So that means that whenever the price is not good, people still have an option to exchange to ultima points. Of course, when the price is good and the price is rising, then of course people can do whatever they want. They can choose to still have this price of 10,000 and of course do the exchange to ultima points, or they can choose to sell it on the exchange, or they can choose to just keep it and wait for price to increase. So it's up to everyone to do whatever they want to do. We feel this is a very good step to remove fear, because sometimes when you've been in the crypto market a long time, you're very immune to things moving in the market. You're immune to prices. When it goes up, you don't get too excited. When it goes down, you don't get too fearful. But we got a lot of new people in the community. We got a lot of new people who's not been able to become immune to that yet. So this is the perfect harmony again between making the, of course, people happy that is want to see this trading on the exchanges and see this growing. At the same time, it's going to be a stability in the system inside our ecosystem. So this, I believe, is very good, because when you talk to people, you can show the vision of the expansion and the token and everything that comes with it. At the same time, you are able to, of course, have your stable way of liquidating through vouchers, through the ultima points, etc. So I believe this is a good implementation, and in the end of this month, which is in a few days or even less, 2 days, the cashback license is going to be removed, and there's going to be a system where we're going to be able to get ultima points right away this way. But there's going to be more details from Alex regarding this. If you have already a license, if you have previous products, don't worry, you're going to be honored and you are lucky to have that. But going forward, it's going to be merged into a more simplistic product where everything is just fused into the shopping points, ultima points, and you access the whole ecosystem. The details will come. Until then, we have the farms remains, everything remains, and everything that we do remains. So just know that Alex will hold webinars this week and deep dive into this even more. So this is the plan strategy of the company going forward. Keep the supply low, keep the max supply low, have a 5-year plan of development and building the token. In those 5 years, we're going to probably have a bull market supporting the project growth. Every transaction, there's going to be a lifetime burning of the Ultima token and the smart coin. And through the development of this ecosystem, there's going to be a bigger and bigger demand and liquidity. And we have two options. We can look into the past and we can say, look, this is, creating fear we have seen in the past, and this is, not allowing it to move forward. Or we can understand that all that happened in the past is experience towards a better solution. Something that drives me on a daily basis is one thing. It is that you just got to be right once. You just got to find the right harmony one time. You just got to find the right timing one time. If we have able to find the right perfect harmony between product, company, network, and community in terms of coin, then we are going to see an incredible life-changing opportunity. Do we believe that this is going to happen in this company? That's why we're here. We are here, we're working behind the scenes, and whatever people think, we are here. People are saying that, where's your presentations? Guys, we are working so hard behind the scenes. We got recorded presentations. We're doing inner circle calls. We're launching new people. We're launching new leaders. We are working extremely hard over the summer right now while most people are on vacation. And this is the time to really grind, launch new people, and get very deep into organizations. And that is what is needed. And that's a suggestion to all you leaders as well, is because when we are in summer times, it's even more important to go deep into organizations, to work very deep into organizations, and for you to really be close to your team, because it's very easy in these times to go into vacation mode. But there's something we have done behind the scenes. Not only are we 100% focused on building the ultima community, we are 100% focused on building this company and building the vision, but we're 100% focused on building this leadership to the next level. And we're going to talk more about what we have done when we traveled to Mallorca a few weeks back, what we are developing behind the scenes that is going to change this industry forever. And we're going to go into this in a second. We have built something that is going to be the most extensive academy in this industry to help people go from not knowing how to even get one sale to becoming legends in the industry. Step by step by step by step is going to be guided towards becoming a pinnacle point networker. And this is going to become the most extensive academy in this space we've ever seen. Now, before we talk about that, I want to bring in the next speaker. I believe if we have Navid here, you can turn on your camera if you are available. Otherwise, we jump. There we go. Perfect. So I just want to bring on Navid for a few minutes, because then we're going to bring on Danish, and then we're going to bring in Dennis as well. So I want to ask you a question now when I'm having you here, Navid. You have been in the market for a very long time. You have been in the crypto networking space. I just have a quick question. What is the difference building a crypto networking company in a bear market compared to a bull market? Because a lot of people on this call don't know the difference, because you've only been building in a bear market. You don't know what it's like to build in a bull market. And it's important to understand this, because now we're in a bear market, and the preparation now is what's going to determine how successful you become in the bull market. So with that, Navid, a few minutes of your experience, because you are, if anyone has been successfully doing this over and over and over again over 15 years, and there's not many I know who has in this industry of crypto with networking been able to, every single company you come into, hit the highest ranks. And that has to do with a lot of the knowledge that you are sharing and that you are applying, and it's going to come into the academy as well. But you give us an insight now, Navid, and a few minutes before we move on.
Okay, so when we have a bear market, a downwards going market, or a sideways going market where nothing really is happening or is actually going down, we have a lot of friction. We have a lot of, we basically have to sell cryptocurrency to people. We have to explain cryptocurrency. We have to explain why it's not a bad thing to go in, why it is a good thing to go in. It's so much explanation around it. But what happens when we have a bull market, an upgoing trend line, and also specifically when we really hit a real bull market that we have ahead of us, what happens then is basically everybody will contact you if you have made them aware of you being in the space, if you have made sure that they know that you are involved in cryptocurrency, if you have shown that you are persistent, that you are there and you are consistent with what you're doing, they will actually see and look at you as their cryptocurrency expert somehow. So what will happen is, instead of having to really, work very hard of finding the right people, you will actually see and notice that a bigger percentage of the people you approach will actually be much more open towards the ideas you're coming with. You will also have a lot of people that you already talk to. If you leave the door open when you go separate ways, when they decline your offer during the bear market, if you actually leave the door open, they will feel that they can come to you when the market conditions change, when they open up their mind, because you will then be their crypto expert. So it's very important that you always keep a good attitude towards people, maybe giving you a rejection, maybe saying no to you, maybe not understanding why you are doing what you're doing. Leave them with an open mind, leave them with an open door, because it will benefit you largely moving forward. And it's really fun as well to work in a bull market. It's absolutely amazing. And what I believe that all of us on this call have a very large opportunity ahead of us as well. I believe that we have around like a year now before the real bull market really starts and really kicks off. And this year, it gives us an opportunity to actually accumulate as much as possible so we can have as much fun as possible when the bull market really starts. And I believe that many of you on this call haven't been part of a real, true crypto bull market. And the ones that have, I don't think I have to tell you guys how exciting times it is, how, enthusiastic you will be when you wake up in the morning. And I promise you, the first thing you will do every single day during that year or 1.5 years, depending on how long that bull market will be to actually look in your portfolio and look at the upwards going trends and how the market is going. It's a very exciting times. And when we come to these times and when we reach these times, we will definitely have educational webinars where we will also somehow try to pinpoint and highlight when it might be a good idea to exit the market as well, to not be too greedy when we come to that stage, to really be smart about it. Because greed is great in certain levels, but when it comes to greed, when you're reaching a very high market trend, it becomes really dangerous, because it can literally erase every single profit you've made. Because if the market starts to go down and you believe it's going to bounce up again and it goes down again instead, and you still believe it's going up again, but it's going down again and you still believe it's going to come up again, you are sitting in a very tricky situation, mentally and emotionally. So guys, by working with a network marketing company in a bull market versus bear market, I think we have the best of two worlds right now. You know that the bear market will not last for probably more than a year now moving forward, which means you still have time to accumulate. And when the bull market comes, you will also make bigger commissions because people will be excited about what's happening. And all these commissions, of course, you can also capitalize on when the market goes up. So for me, I think it's the perfect storm kind of lining up for us. And it's the perfect conditions with the bear market here right now. We might have a little bull coming now in the fall, which will be great because you can cash home some profits, but we will have a downwards trend before the halving of the Bitcoin event is happening in the end of April. It will consolidate over that period, probably a few months after that as well, maybe even 6, 7, 8 months. And then the fun will start. The ignition will be massive. It will be fireworks. It will be an atomic bomb, guys, what's coming towards our direction. So with those words, I'll leave over to you again, Emil.
Thank you again, Navid, for your insights. You really take this with you, guys. One point I think is very important is now is the time to work very hard, guys. Like the reason we don't sleep is because we know a bull market is coming and no one can predict the future. And this is not financial advice, but this is the time to work. With that, just a few minutes, Danish, before we bring on Dennis here. Danish, you have been working in challenging times. You have been working at the highest level of network marketing. You have been carrying organizations of 50 to 100,000 people through challenging times. You have been carrying people and leaderships when everyone was doubting and fearing, and you've been holding up big organizations. You have been master distributor. You've been global ambassador. What is your experience and what advice can you give to people in this time who want to become strong leaders? Because leadership is what's going to give you the plateau, the foundation now to build towards the bull market. What is it we need to now in the Ultima community apply as leaders? And I would love to hear that from you, Danish.
Thank you so much, Emil. Thank you so much, Navid. I hope you guys are all doing well on this fine Saturday. And again, it's a privilege to obviously come onto a call like this and just give you guys our thoughts. And yeah, that's a privilege for us. And we definitely don't take that for granted. And I think I'm going to answer this question in a very sort of roundabout way. Every single one of us are trying to promote this company. Every single one of us have gone through whatever personal challenges, business challenges, we come across spanners in the works, etc., etc. But I'll tell you one thing. When we really examine what we're going through as networkers, this is a completely out-of-body experience at this point in time. Number one, we're promoting a cryptocurrency company in the MLM space, network marketing space, that has been around for 7 years. There is not a single company that can even come close to that. So that's the first thing that I'd like you guys to sort of just mull over and think about. Number two, of course, every single company is going to go through its paced way of doing things and then its slowed down way of doing things. And I believe right now we're going through those two. And these are completely out of body experiences. We are not used to this. No one can come and say, do you know something? I've been through this in the past. This is what happened to the CEO. This is what happened to the founder. And next thing you know, they said bye-bye, or they didn't say bye-bye. And next thing you know, the company was done and dusted. That kind of a scenario is not happening over here. So we cannot go over to anyone and say, do you know something? I've been through this before, and you know something, it's going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. And that's the reason as to why, as Emil has said, that's the reason why we're here. We're here because we believe in the vision. We believe that everything that has been done, trials and tribulations that has brought us up to this point, has meant that experience, knowledge, wisdom has been gained by not only the founder, but also the leaders. And I'm going to quote what Alex said, and I think he said it perfectly. It's so easy for a leader, and I put that in inverted commas, a leader to lead during good times, right? They will look like they're the best because the price is going up, favorable conditions, momentum is with the company. Hey, well done. You look amazing, right, as a leader. But the leader truly shines during the times where there is a slowdown. And let's be honest, guys, we're all networkers. We're all in this for the same thing. And guess what? Alex is also in this for the same thing. We're all on the same journey. It is at times like this that we need to shine. So as Emil said, and again, so many of the brilliant leaders in this company have always said, you know what, focus on your inner circle, focus on deep diving into your networks, focus on having those one-to-one conversations, focus on building the relationships again. If, let's say, for example, they faded away because you've not had the time. Why? Because your team has grown, and it has grown to such an extent that you're struggling to give time to people. So remember, the first thing I want to say very quickly is you will be going through an out-of-body experience. Why? Because this has never been done before. So the question I've got to ask every single one of you is, seeing that you're going through that, are you the type to join the masses and just say, do you know something? It's too difficult. I'm too uncomfortable. See you later. No, this is that time coupled with what Navid has just said about the bull run, potentially. This is that time where you stick to your guns. You come out even more as a leader. You show people that you're willing to stay put, stay and be with this company, which brings me to my second point. The struggle, every single one of us, how many? We've got what, 300 odd people on this call, 349 people on this call. The struggle with every single one of us, let's be honest, let's talk black and white, is belief. We are attaching our past experiences with our present, current circumstances in ultima. You cannot lead like that. You've got to lead in the future and stop leading in the past, where you're attaching like situations to something like this and you're comparing it to say, oh my God, this is that phase of time where payouts stop. No, they're not stopping. And this is again something that Alex said. So, in 7 years, I've not missed a payout. How many different times have we heard throughout our experience that companies come over and the first thing that happens, the first alarm bell after 6 months, not even in some instances, payouts stop, right? Here you are, and we are, and we're all guilty of this, sitting here taking this business for granted, yet we need to really dig our heels in, find those people that are actually committed, loyal to the business, and accept what's going on, and accept and trust the decisions that the founder is making so that we can actually believe in this business and make our teams believe in it so that we can move forward. These are the two things, guys. Those are the complete fundamentals, especially when it comes to the highest level of having that vision as a leader to say, you know something, I'm going to see through thick and thin. I'm going to believe even more during times like this, because this is that time. You want to shine? You all want to shine? All of you? Ask that question to yourself. This is that time. That's what we're going through right now. And what we can see on the horizon are just simply brilliant things coming in. And there's no ways that we are in a scenario whereby we're thinking, you know what, let's swivel in the wind a little bit. Let's go wherever the wind is blowing. No, it's never been like that. And it will never be like that. And I'm saying this because these, like I said, are the times that you've got to remain very steadfast in your leadership and roll out with whatever it is that you started with. Final point before I give it back to Emil and we bring on the incredible Dennis Loos is, remember the first day you joined the business. Remember how excited you were in the business. I want to leave that with you. I want you guys to leave this mastermind call. And again, I'm thanking you. Tuning in on a Saturday, fantastic. Leave this call by remembering the first day you joined the business, the first day you got so excited about the products. Remember that day. Remember the power, the energy, the belief you came with. Remember the fact that you were steadfast. You didn't swivel, right? That's what we have to do at this point in time. And your entire team is watching you. Don't blame them because you have lost faith or belief. No, you're in a situation whereby it is up to you to encourage that and to go out there and make sure that you roll out with this platform, because there are some huge, huge things cooking in the pipeline. And as Alex says, you know, Ultima is going to explode. It really will. So guys, with that being said, I wish you all the best. Remember the first day you joined the business. Remember that consistency that you need to roll out in the business, as Emil has mentioned as well. And I'll hand over back to Emil. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your wisdom, Danish and Navid. Those beards are speaking deep wisdom today, so that's amazing. Let's bring on the next speaker here today. We got Dennis Loos as a special guest, and before I bring on Dennis, I want to just say that over the past 1.5 years, we've been working with Dennis. The first time I met Dennis, it was we were sitting in a kind of rooftop bar and we were discussing and talking about deep things, and he was talking to me about his company, and I was not really in the mode to listen at that time. I thought he was just like another networker who just want to get me into the next deal. But then he started following up, and I started looking at, okay, maybe it's a part of something. And that was when we were 5 minutes late on the last bull run in this company. I should have listened to him from the first day, and I would be in a very different position. But since the past 1.5 years, we've seen Dennis growing into probably 1% of the 1% in the network marketing space. I've not seen anyone growing an organization faster than he has done, with more volume than we have seen. No one has been able to grow this kind of volume faster than he is ever, I believe, in this industry. So we have some greatness on this call with Dennis, and we want to hear from Dennis about the future, how we're going to raise this leadership, and how we're going to come together to make sure that we are creating that next bull market in Ultima, and then put it on fire with the bull market in the crypto market. So Dennis, it's a privilege to have you on the call. Thank you so much for being here, and let's hear from you now.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? I don't know, because I'm in the car. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, amazing to see you guys. Saturday, amazing weather. I'm here in Austria. Here's a tournament of tennis, of people who play tennis in the wheelchair. You know, it's amazing to see that. And you think, okay, you fat ass, you cannot even run on this tennis courts, and they are playing in a wheelchair. What is your fucking excuse? And thank you for the words, Danish, Emil, and Navid. It's absolutely right on point. I have come through the bull market. I have come to a bear market. And also you guys, many of you, not everybody, many of you have experienced your own bull market in Ultima. And many of you, and mostly of you, experienced the bear market in Ultima. And I think everybody will agree when I say a bull market is very sexy and a bear market hurts. And it's very, very hard. It not only hurts our heart, it hurts our brain, it hurts our nerves, it hurts our pockets. But the thing is, where do you make the money? always in the beer market. But where does the mass adoption come? Where does the most people come? Always in the bull market. So this is very nice. We have now opportunity to really build a foundation for the last final bull market. I don't believe that after this final bull market of Bitcoin and co, we will have another one. I believe after that we will have big problems in this industry, but I truly believe we will have another one. But it doesn't matter what will come. What I want to say in the first way, I want to thank everybody of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting this company. Thank you for trusting in us, for trusting in Alex, because this is something very special. I was in this industry now since 2014, and I left the industry 2018 actually, because 3 companies I was involved in, all 3 scammed. And you know, this is the baddest feeling what you can have. Not only that your money is away, the money of every single partner who trusted your word, who trusted you, who followed you, is away. And this let me leave the whole industry. And I only came back because of Alex, because I was impressed that he's after 5 years still in the market. And I said, okay, Alex, let me take a look. And what I have experienced the last 2 years, yes, I got very lucky that I'm very close to him. I have very deep insights. I am very close working next to Alex. And I'm very thankful that he allows me to be in his inner circle. But what I have seen is a man who is such an inspiration to me, because we all are humans. And I also had the times in the last months where I was like, oh, stop, please, don't even text me again. I don't need to text to you anymore. I made a lot of money. I have a lot of coins. I don't need you to do volume now. I don't need you to kill my nerves to get more gray hair. I don't need this anymore. Please stop it. You don't want to work, then don't text me. And I was on a point, was very gathering with my energy myself. And I want to tell you this because we are all the same people. We are all human, and everybody of us has it. And it was a day Alex called me and he said, Dennis, okay, Lo, let's speak. I want to tell you something. I was like, Alex, yeah, tell me, but I'll be honest with you. Let's see. I don't believe we will get great momentum back. He said, Dennis, what are you doing, man? I said, not much. I'm chilling. I'm doing wellness. He said, yeah, I hear you that you do wellness. Your energy is damn low, and I have to pick it up a little bit. And he was with such an energy and such a fire. He spoke to me, and I realized how the hell he gets this energy from. We are in the same situation. And I thought I'm a strong person, but how strong can Alex be that he not even 1 second is thinking about stopping or that it's not working? And this inspired me, and I talked to him for 4 or 5 hours, and he showed me the picture again, because also myself, everybody of us needs to get remembered to the big picture sometimes. And we need to rethink ourselves. And I noticed 2 important things. My energy is low. Of course, the team energy is low. But what I can do to keep my energy up, and everybody ask yourself, many people complain they don't earn enough at the moment. Yes, I agree. My paychecks also were bigger in the past. But what did you actively do for a bigger paycheck? Do you stand up early? Do you get yourself motivated with motivation videos? Do you make yourself sport to get in a good mode? And do you pick your phone and call your people and make strategies? Do you pick your phone to call people and talk about this business? Yes or no? And when the answer is no, you see empty pockets. If the answer is yes, you see full pockets. But we as leaders, Danish, Emil, and Navid, and I can say in this industry at the moment, there are not many great leaders like them. And I think when you talk about the top leaders who really make hundreds of millions, there's not even one top leader next to me at the moment who really can compete with the level what we are achieving here. But in the moment when you cannot push too much, because you know the energy is a little bit low, we have to go down. We have to step a little bit back. We have to help a little bit more, not push, because sometimes you cannot push. You understand? Sometimes it's the wrong way to push. Pushing, sometimes you push people backwards instead of forwards. So what we did is we put our heads together and said, okay, What all the people need is leadership. And imagine everybody of you would have Danish, Emil, Navid, and my knowledge as a personal mentorship for you. You would completely act different. You would completely have different results. You would completely be different. But neither Danish, nor Navid, nor Emil, nor me want to be a coach, because coaches are stupid, you know. They are always just talking blah, blah, blah. We are networker. We want to be in the field. But we thought, okay, what can we do to support our team? Because when our team gets more and better education, they will perform more, and this will bring us on a different level. So we flew to Mallorca. We recorded over 300 videos, and we are launching all this knowledge in an academy. Everybody of you should have plcu at the moment, and now we are bringing also knowledge to you. Of course, some of you will not do it. They will not have results. Some of you will take a few part out of it because they like a few part. They will make a little bit of progress. Some of you will stop thinking and just do it. I have noticed the most successful leaders in this industry, they first stop thinking. First stop thinking. Because it is all thought. You don't need to think a new way. The way is there. You just have to go the same way like everybody else is going to make a lot of volume. That's the secret. And I had one partner, and he's a big inspiration to me. He asked me, Dennis, what can I do to get partners? And I said, okay, very easy. Call the people you have and then ask for references. And then a few weeks he came, I said, he has nobody left to call. I say, okay, maybe you call very lazy, but you can text people on Facebook. And I gave him my text, what I sent people on Facebook. And after 1-2 months, he came back to me in a call like this, and he raised his hand and he said, Dennis, can I say something? I have a success. I say, oh, you are still working with us? I didn't see you for a long time, but yes, please tell what is going on. And he said, look, Dennis, I have my first partner with 10K. I like, wow, amazing. It took you only 2 months. He said, yeah. And you know what is the crazy thing about it? I only needed to text 1,000 people to get this partner. And I was like, 1,000 people? That's too much. That's way too much. How did you text? And he showed me the text, what he said. And he said, hello, Max Mustermann, blah, 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 blah. Cheers, Dennis. I said, okay, I understand. You would be more successful if you say, cheers, your name. But what this shows is you don't have to be the smartest guy. You don't have to make new strategies. The only thing what you have to do is things what work, and you have to repeat them as long till it works. And that's right. So, yes, and now you can hear me. And this is why we just have to do what other people are doing all the time. And you always have to think about, and I always think about Alex. I always think about Alex and I say, okay, guys, when he is that motivated and never gives up, it's my work to at least try to be 10% motivated like Alex, to be 10% positive like Alex, and just do it, because this man is showing the way. And I can announce you something very good. I have managed to organize with Alex that instead of having weekly webinars with Alex, we will have weekly leader calls with Alex, where we can communicate with him, ask questions, because I said it's our job as leaders to transport the message to the field. Alex's job is to transport the message and the news to us as leaders. So what we will try is that instead of having webinars with Alex, we will have leader calls in the different languages with Alex. And I think this will bring very much energy to the leaders, and the leaders then take this message, take the news, and put them to the people. So thank you very much. Have a nice day, and we see you in the next call. Emil, back to you.
Thank you so much, Dennis. And yeah, it was really nice to have you here. So today's call, we want to keep it to under an hour. We have been going through a lot of information for all of you to bring with you to your teams, to your communities, to your leaders, you know, we always got two options in life. We give up, we complain, and we feed with negative energy, or we just make a decision to say, look, I believe we have something nice here. I do believe if we can come together with this community, I believe, like, you know, considering the circumstances with what's happening in the world, that we are onto something here. And I believe that if just the timing gets right, if the product gets right, if the community gets motivated, that we can achieve something very big here. And that drives us, you know, everything else, all technical things, all challenges, everything on the way. Now, I trust that the 1,000 employees in the company will sort it out. Meanwhile, what is our job is to maintain a vision, is to work towards a bigger community. And in the end, no one knows. But if there's one thing I've told myself is this: if we are now pursued, let's say 3 years, and Ultima becomes the biggest company in the world in this industry, now, what will I regret most? Will I regret most of actually being in the company, working hard, building towards this vision and seeing this success? Or will I regret jumping out and seeing this success happening without me? You know, I'd rather be a part of the company, building it, and then seeing that there is no big success in the end, but we did try our best, than jumping out and seeing it become a success. I hope this makes sense. I'd rather give it my all and fail than to not be a part of it and see it succeed. And this is my vision, and that's what I'm saying, that one thing has to click and this can take off. So with that, we want to leave you guys with this. We have been working behind the scenes. We keep working behind the scenes. Whether you see us or not, we are working, and we are building out this academy where literally every single knowledge that we have applied in this industry is going to be shared to you in a bite-sized video format, in an academy where you can learn from it and you can grow from being a newbie networker to the highest level networker. It even got to a point when I pulled Danish and Navid to the side, and Dennis, I said, guys, are we really going to share all of this? Because this is like the secrets of success in this industry. We said, let's just do it. Let's put everything into this, every single thing. And this could become the most extensive academy in the world. And why is this? Is to raise the leadership, is to really provide the best possible support for all of us to grow and be competitive in the market. With that said, guys, more info will come. Stay tuned into the groups, do the work. No one needs to call you every single day to motivate you, but in the end, motivation comes from within. So find the reason you join, get to work. A bull market is coming. There's no time to waste. Take care, guys. We love you all. We appreciate you all. And thank you for being here with us today.